And May is quite trolley on this map, can work out very well. We've got a Roadhog in there on Kikiri. He played it in the, actually played Pharah in the previous map. Mala playing on Xayah, once again played Xayah in the previous map. Cop1 also going to be playing on Lucio and Perto. But this is a quick attack straight away. The double Winston's coming in. Of course, no hero limits in this tournament. The double Winston's on site, but unfortunately for them, it is not working out too well.
All right, so I mean the May, it's gonna, yeah, like you said, it's gonna buy a little bit of time here, but really accomplished much. The wall actually perfectly placed because they're all trying to come in from the same direction. He's feeding over Zarya charge though, but because they have the man advantage, they're more than comfortable to do that and then pick up the kills. And they will successfully repel. So guys, it's the time bank system. It's a little bit different than what you're used to, and we'll explain it further as the game obviously does go on. But it revolves around the fact of whatever time you have left when you finish the map is the time you have left into the next round if you have to go again if both teams complete.
Yes,
that's a quick, easy way about it.
If you played your placement matches, and good luck with those, and then you will have come across this setup. That is exactly what you've been having in competitive. All that Reinhardt's showing his back a little too much there, Weber. Weber, of course, the man that came straight from work, gets freezes up pretty quickly and taken down now. The rest of his team didn't come in at the same time around the corner, which instantly put that poor old Reinhardt in a pretty precarious situation.
And what? He's just spraying with this whole clip. I mean, typically on Soldier, if you're spraying long range, right, you want to do 4 clip bursts. 4 bullet bursts because you want to be able to hit the heads and not have a recoil spread. But for the most part, he's spraying a good portion of this one. And yeah, it's not a big deal when you're spraying against a Reinhardt because you want to take the shield down. With a nice use of the tactical visors, you can be able to force them back. He's only going to get like 1 kill or assist on a 1 kill, maybe 2. What's up? You
gotta love tactical visor. Like he was aiming at the tracer, span around and killed Reinhardt. It was like didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, he doesn't have to pay for it.
It's just like, free. Oh, didn't even see that guy. Thanks for the kill. But yeah, the tactical visor used for the offensive team, that was Tarku, and I think it's going to work out for them. They will finally capture this point out. So they held onto those ultis as long as they could. And well, the only person left is going to be May. And got the ulti ready, but it's a big ulti. It can work well, but you've got to be careful you don't get caught in snowball. Coin the pun into the corner there. Maybe snowball.
Yeah, so now they have 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to capture this point. And let's just say they finish it in about 2 minutes and 38 seconds. That means they have 5 minutes of time to work with in their bank for the next round. Oh, this is going to be perfect. Milo's in the great position to use that Graviton Surge to catch him off guard. PKR just has to not be caught out, but they're still in the position to pull this off. They just haven't gone for it just yet, and PKR is actually peeking out a little bit too dangerously. Yeah,
they're going to get caught out nicely. That Mercy working well. Got himself hidden away around the side. The ulti from May. Oh, that's the disaster. Didn't catch too much there. Didn't really work out for them. In comes the Rhino. He's got Earth Shatter ready and waiting to go. The Mercy is just around the side as well. They're going to be pushing in. There's the Earth Shatter. There's the pin. Catching down Cop1. That's a disaster for them. If he can catch onto the Mercy as well, he's in desperate trouble. Good shield coming out there from the side. Does manage to catch him out. That's a great Graviton Surge as well. Is it going to be enough though? He's blocking out a lot of the damage. They're still not managing to take them down. Let's spin across to the May. May's trying desperately to freeze out. This Reinhardt will catch him down in the back there, and they do just about defend. Good wall as well there. Usage to pin off the side, but that was very close to being a quick cap.
And you have to be really dangerous with that too, because of the way the time bank system works. You want to be able to successfully repel that first attack. Typically, the team will have a lot more ultimates up against you than you will. But they've conceded a lot of the high ground. They're allowing Akiri to push in towards this right side to get up towards that top area. Mala before, he got taken down before he really had much of a chance. But with 4 ultimates online for Esuba, they're going to go for the push-in. Weber doesn't have his just yet, unfortunately. And Akiri coming into the perfect position. You should have gone for it. That was a great opportunity, and he fluffs it.
No, absolutely whiffed it horribly there. He actually said that was perfect. It looks so good. Well, Soldier 76 does get the 1 kill, but that's all he's going to get. That sound barrier is going to prevent him getting any more. The rest of his team picked off around the side there as well.
Turret.
So it really hasn't worked very well. And as you mentioned, just got picked off and dealt with. That did not go so well. But Davsa still around the side. Does have his Graviton Surge available. May trying to sneak around the backside. The wall trolling them quite convincingly. It's actually kept them pinned, so they're separated from the rest of the team at the moment.
I mean, also, not to mention, they've lost quite a few people on the initial push because, like I said, the way they have been kind of split up. And the fact that they're keeping them here is just making it even more difficult for them to have any sort of chance to actually push through. You can take down your wall, but you won't have an opportunity to actually get a kill, and he will fall to Tarku.
Strange ulti usage around there. I was thinking, okay, who's he caught? But didn't catch anyone. Now we've got a Torbjorn switch out here. He's got Molten Core ready to go, and he's setting it up in the entrance. As soon as it's his level 2, he could hit that Molten Core, and away we go. There we go. And is it going to be enough? Because there's going to be free damage from the sides, and that's what they're hoping for. The question is, can he get in and out?
Kill Mercy!
Switch across, maybe he will. This is going to be easy damage from behind. The Reinhardt, they're not too sure where this damage is coming from. And as you say, kill the goddamn Mercy. It's not working out for them. They're trying to hold the point.
That focus was utter trash, I'm not going to lie. We'll get back to it in a second, though, as the revive is going to be coming through on the defensive and the offensive side didn't get to use it. PKR somehow got picked off here, and this should be Coin Flippers holding, but Query coming at the barrage, picks up 2 kills. The turret's finally going to go down, and they finally have enough men here to defend this point.
Well, they're going to might be aim cap it out. It's going to be Torbjorn, just got to keep them away. They're going to hit that first marker. Is it going to be enough? They may even get on the second marker. The respawn's coming out. Mercy comes leaping around. Mercy even pew-pewing as he comes around the corner with the Lucio. They do hit the second marker. Now they might just need to finish it off. I'm not sure they've got it in the bag to finish this off right now, but they're going to hit that second marker, which is the main important part.
Well, if they can keep picking them off, if they keep staggering their spawns a little bit, they're definitely going to have the chance. It's still being contested. Mercy's trying to be focused on. PKR has revive available. He should literally just be hiding right now, wait for the revive to come through to pull this off. But luckily for him, Coin Flippers don't have any big ultimates or any ultimates up at this moment.
Yeah, the fact that they use that Torbjorn ulti early on there, you can see the defensive work going through. May's going to try and get around the sword there. Soldier 76 got his ulti going once again. He's been on this side for so long, untouched. He should be able to take this Mercy down. Are they going to be clearing the site? The Zerg is just not enough. I think they've done it. I think they've managed to cap it out there. Finally, Hanamura. No! The respawn of Reaper gets back in.
Reaper and Lucio together. They're buying some time. Mala and Pertu going to be coming through. Remember, they can spam heroes. There is no hero limit. But still, even though Coin Flippers did lose a second point, they took off a good 6.5 minutes of time, which is amazing considering how quickly they could have lost that point with that initial attack. So honestly, a good job nonetheless. And now it comes down to this. Esuba, they're going to need to finish quick.
They got 3 minutes 35 in the time bank. You can see it on the top right there. So they're going to have to be, as you say, pretty damn quick. We'll see how it works out for them.
Sorry, well, I guess Coin Flipper is the one that needs to actually finish quickly.
Yes.
Just so you have a time advantage here. But
you're getting thrown by the red and blue, aren't you?
Yeah, it's really throwing me off. It's really hard to get used to.
When you've cast it for as long as you have throughout the beta, it's then they switch it on you.
It's nice, though. It makes my life easier for graphics.
It makes graphics a whole lot simpler. It makes the spectating a whole lot simpler because I don't need to switch the points of view, etc.
Now, if only we could do, like, the 2 DPSs are 1 and 2, the supports are 6s, the tanks are 5.
The dream.
Yeah,
the dream.
Then you know where to go easily, right?
How do you keep the DPS? Because technically you could have 6 DPSs.
Well, because they'd be... Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
It doesn't work that way.
Don't poke holes in this.
I'm happy as it is. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or if you guys at home probably using the F keys, but we switch it to the 1 to 6 and then shift 1 to 6. But there you go, the life of casting and the life of specking. But we are having a slightly different defensive setup here. A Widowmaker being used, not sold on that. They have got the Symmetra. Symmetra can work. Pharah in defense as well, along with the Roadhog, and then the standard Mercy Reinhardt.
It's not the Widow I disagree with, it's Tarku playing Widow. No offense to him. Just because on King's Row, he didn't really hit much. I mean, he had a couple of shots, but I don't think he got many kills. Yeah. So this is. I mean, if you have someone like Lynx are playing Sniper Role too easy, then hell yeah, like they'll be able to hold this down and hit the shots. I'm not 100% convinced by Tarku just yet, but luckily for him, he has an opportunity here to prove me wrong.
Well, he's chose to go aggressive, peeking in the window. Unfortunately for him, they're all going left. They're all going left. They're all going to be around the right side. I'm going to switch to Genji to see where he goes. He's going to be jumping straight through. He's going to be looking for them. Passes the Symmetra turrets, no problem. Gets himself the full heal and gets the flank around. Spots out that there is going to be a Widowmaker nearby. Blocks all the damage and gets the kill on Tarku. He does get picked off, though, by a Curie just around the side. Is it enough to hold the point? It looks like it's not.
We'll see, though. I mean, actually, I have been able to defend it. I guess the red threw off. Yep.
The red threw me off.
Don't worry, it did to me too. Easy thing is look at the top and look which one's actually lit, the red or the blue.
Yeah.
That's how I'm doing it. But no, they hold on. Aquaria again, he wasn't dealt with.
They got the first marker in though.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Which is massive for the first attack, I guess. We'll see how it sticks out.
But because the defensive side won, they should have these ultimates up a lot quicker. I mean, Query's at 70%. PKR is already at ultimate up. And Wadded needs to take down some of these turrets. It needs someone to deal with them. It looks like it's going to be in D.Va's hands. And there's the revive being used out of Esuba just to maintain this point.
it's going to be the Mercy ult. He's getting good tags down here. Tracer just going to keep them ticking. Oh, that didn't really work out. That was a pretty big whiff on the Reinhardt. A neutron bomb going down as well, catching out. That's going to be the Farah trying to get the ulti off, and this has gone horribly wrong. Rotted's picking up kill after kill after kill. And while this is all happening, okay, teleport has just been placed down. We'll keep an eye on that one. Mercy comes diving back into sight. Rotted's still untouched on this Tracer. Absolutely doing some serious work. Getting kill after kill after kill. And at the moment, they just can't seem to deal with him.
But that teleporter's in. It's actually allowed them to get back in towards this push. And Kiki using the Roadhog ultimate against him. And a whole hog to knock him off the point. And that will sufficiently pick up the kill. But the query, isn't he still alive? Is he still not being dealt with on point?
The res on point! Look at that, they're about to cap it out. They managed to get the Mercy res in just in time. Is it going to be enough? I don't think it will be. Weaver gets taken down. That's the Reinhardt dropped. There's going to be the final nail in the coffin. And one just little clearance. Okay, he's been bullied off site. Now they're going to try and push it. Look how quick they can go. Is it going to be enough? I don't think that. There should be set up on site. But are we going to see Symmetra switch? I'm not sure. He seems to be sticking.
He should be switching. There's no real reason. Yeah, he's looking for... He's trying to find the Lucio, I guess.
Took a long time to decide.
Yeah, he did. And a query. Well, he's gone down to... Tarku again, sticking a Widowmaker hasn't been too effective. He does have his ultimate up, which means they have the extra vision, but he switches away, so they're going to lose that. Then it comes down to his Reaper coming in to be able to hold this point. But they're already going to be losing PKR.
Yeah, that's the Mercy down. I'll see if we can get anything else. He's looking for the Lucio as well. Oh, he's got that down as well, and the Reaper can't pick him off. He's got his ultimate available. Dragon Blade goes out. He gets himself 1 and 2 and make that 3. This may well be a very quick time bank set up here. This is working out wonderfully.
PKR's got revive.
They haven't just dealt with Genji. They didn't deal with the Tracer. They just seem to struggle with the team comp.
It's not over, though, because they got the revive out of PKR to get his entire team back alive. They have the 2 tanks. They have the Reaper. They have ultimates, too, to push them off the point. And I think Esuba have actually held on for a little bit longer because coin flippers are losing too many people. Even Pertsu doesn't have revive up just yet.
They finally got the Genji down on the Tracer, so they managed to clear out the site. But first marker was hit. As you can see, that's going to reset down. But it was a good start for them, absolutely. And you can see the time, 6:42. They've got 3:35 in the bank for Esuba. Question is, can they get more coin flippers? Seems to be working out well, but they're lacking on the ultis this time around. They had pretty much everything stacked up ready to go in that last fight.
They don't really have much siege potential either. You have Shurikens out of a Genji. You have Tracer and Diva, whose damage really falls off long range. And then Janna went with a Fire Strike every once in a while here, which he will connect. He will have Earth Shatter up. He's going to be looking to come in from behind them here towards the top side to actually use this Earth Shatter to give them some sort of an opportunity to push through. There it is, 2 people being knocked down. And some kills finally coming through, but PKR, he's going to have his revive up in just a few seconds. I'm not going to give him the win on this just yet. The charge is going to miss, unfortunately, Janawan, and the heals is still there. PKR has been taken down, though.
Oh, we're going to see the Genji ult in a minute. Lucio's not looking long for this world. Oh, he actually missed it. Missed the shot. He dived in on him. He does finally get him picked off there, and this could well be the point. Who knows? Looking like they're going to keep them in the spawn. Reaper's going to be out of the Wraith form through, but does have his ultimate available. Can he get it off? No, picked off instantly the second he tries to pop that Death Blossom. There's the revive, but it's not going to be quite enough. You're going to see them contesting the site. You can see the second marker already hit. 5 minutes 30 remaining in the time bank. Should they close out the game just now? Here comes the monkey. They're
not going to close it out here.
No, they're not going to close it out.
They shouldn't really be able to. PKR, he got a good revive off again to actually keep them back in the fight. A lot of people are actually still running back towards the actual spawn here. And Reaper got another ultimate back off and online, but Mali's trying to get his mech suit back out. But Esuba are they're just buying time. This is exactly what we saw coin flippers do on the defense in this last half.
Don't discount this bunny gun. It is absolutely deadly. And there is his suit. He's got back into it. The rest of his team are going to come in there. Should be able to get himself back up onto the site. The Tracer's coming around. There's going to be the Winston as well. It's working well for them. Finally starting to clear out the site. The Lucio. But the problem is, because they're killing them one by one, they've got that Zerg momentum now that they can just keep on contesting the site, even if they're not getting the kills. That's going to block out the left-hand side. The right-hand side is cocked off. There we go. 4:43, so almost a minute ahead of them. It's just over a minute ahead of them on the time bank. Now, you guys at home, if you've been playing competitive, because it's a draw, we go into the time bank mode, and you can see it's about how quickly they closed it off.
Yeah, so now we have Esuba on the attack with only 3.5 minutes to work with. And they'll try to get as far as they can. Then coin flippers are going to have to match that with their 4 minutes and 43 seconds. So, I mean, if you still look at how that last kind of attack went, it could have gone heavily in favor of coin flippers just with the way that they got the initial attacks off, right? Like, they were looking so damn good to take the point in like 6 minutes of time left. But Esuba just dragged it out as long as they could, try to even up the times. It's not necessarily about full holding the final point. Maybe if you're competitive, you're more worried about that. As long as they can just take as much time as they possibly can away.
That was me this morning.
In a space suit?
Yeah, you know.
Noodles and...
London's a bit different to Europe because we're not in it anymore.
Well, yeah, it's not. I was going to say.
A little homage to StarCraft, which is actually going on right now. The Meisterschaft. StarCraft.
So let's...
Todd and Kalaris over there. But
let's
defensive
see what,
setup.
yeah.
Okay, a bit different this time around. A Genji... Oh, wait.
Coin flippers are defending.
Coin flippers are defending. They're using a Genji defense.
Yep.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, Davso, he's playing the flex role for Esuba. He's going to be switching over to a Genji too, it looks like. So Genji versus Genji battle, but also they don't have anyone necessarily to deal with Aquari, who's been flying around on fair for the most part, doing honestly a lot of work across this map and King's Row. They don't really have a response to him, so it comes up to Kiki pretty much by himself to deal with them, which is a tall task alone as a Genji, but also have to worry about an opposing Genji at the same time. It's going to be really difficult to deal with this.
Weber lining himself up, ready to leap on into the site. Here we go. Let's see if he can get it going. That's a brilliant start. Picking off both supports. That is just about the disaster for coin flippers. I don't think it's going to work out very well for them. Weber will get frozen up, but not really going to do a great deal against it if they can clear off the site. It's going to take them a little bit of doing, but they may well cap this out very fast.
It seems like the focus has been a little bit wonky out of both teams. A lot of Mercies are surviving a hell of a lot longer than they actually should, especially when they're in the middle of the team during the fight. But they're going to get the point, like you said. Very, very quick time for them. And they're looking to capture second point. So now at a minimum, coin flippers are going to have to capture that first point with their 4 minutes and 40 seconds left.
And you can see ulti's built up fairly well. The Query just going to keep on picking around the side. Ooh, took a big chunk of damage though, but took down the turret.
I'm surprised to actually not see them use the Torbjorn. It's not a glitch, it's just the weapon switching that you can do. You can make his turrets build extremely quickly and repair extremely quickly, which makes it hard for Fair to be able to deal with them. Gonna have to worry about your own health a little bit more, but we're seeing the attack finally come in. They're finally on the point again. Mercy, what are you doing? You cannot be in that position. He's gonna be taken out extremely quickly, and they might as well just cap the point here.
That's a disaster. That is an absolute disaster. May's not gonna be able to keep them at bay here. He's the only
jump
person
in there,
alive.
you gotta knock him away from the point.
Just gotta contest it, just gotta do anything, just gotta try and hold anything away, but that is it. They're going to get the respawn around, but they've already got the second marker. They've just got 1 minute to close this out, and that isn't going to be a problem when Davso gets his ulti off like that. Just clearing out the point. Contested just by the Tracer spam, but it's not going to be enough to keep them up at bay. That was pretty easy for Esuba there. They didn't really get held up on the first point, and then the second point, as you mentioned, what are you doing? You just can't leave yourself hanging. I mean, right in front of the team, dangling as a Mercy.
I don't want to be too harsh on them because sometimes you try to fly to someone and then they move and then you get stuck where they were and that's when the enemy team pushes on it. You have to like think ahead of time, right? Yeah. If you're going to dash to someone, you're like a second and a half away.
Or you're flying somebody to get killed or something.
Yeah, you have to assume that in a second and a half the other team's not going to be there. It's a little bit hard to do, but again, if you want to be able to beat the best teams and you want to be playing at Gamescom in August, you have to kind of make those mistakes not happen, at least not as much, or hopefully for you not get punished as much. That looks like a Naruto jacket, I swear.
It's possible.
There's an homage to in Lijiang Tower, if you haven't seen that yet. On one of the suits, they have a name of a person who was a big Overwatch fan in China, and he was chasing someone down that stole a lady's purse, a thief, and he died, actually, while chasing him down. So they actually put a little bit of homage to him to, you know, give him a little bit of...
it's a bit of a sad story.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad, but it's cool to see Overwatch are paying attention to their community, you know, Blizzard. Paying attention to who's doing good things in their community.
Well, how are they going to adapt? Not too sure. Firstly, we're not going to have a Widowmaker on defense this time. The Query is going to be sitting on the Pharah once again.
Thank God Tarku's not doing it this time.
Tarku's staying on the Soldier again this time. Yeah, he's not going for that Widowmaker.
I mean, again, I don't want to be too harsh on these players because these are teams we typically don't see too often. But like, if you're going to play a Widowmaker, especially after her nerf, you need to be confident in your aim.
This is okay.
He's just going to get a Fire Strike off.
Just going to get the Fire Strike straight through. It's actually going to catch him as well.
Now.
Yep. Catches them. Yep.
Nope.
Nope. Did no damage. Yeah.
Looks like they dodge away from it, or maybe hit the door. Either way, he's going to be able to have that shield in the front line. They have the Symmetra, which isn't going to work out unless they can full hold this first point on that first attack.
I'm going to follow Watted because he did a lot of damage last time around. The Symmetra taking a hell of a lot of beating already. Those turrets not really doing a great deal. The Pharah's getting picked off as well, and he's going to be picked through the air. This is a good attack. So both these teams working well at the start, but the question is, how's he going to have the support? It doesn't look like it. So Watted's had to back away from this one. Two of his team got picked off there. Kiki just trying to stick around the side. Not going to be enough. The rest of his team needs to regroup. Still
Pretty amazing that they held that when Watted was just so far in the back. He's still there technically right now. I think he's waiting for the teleport to come online. And Watuka has to be careful of where he actually places it. He's trying to assassinate this Mercy, which is going to be Zarya. Shield him. There you go. I was going to say, dear Lord, you just shield your Mercy and he's going to stay alive. And he's still actually fighting this on. He misses the pulse bomb, but Kiki's been able to charge through with him to be that two-man team.
Completely whiffed there, though, and that's the Symmetra getting the kill around the back. But he did manage to get the Mercy down. Now, has that bought enough time for the rest of his team to get in on site? They were focusing so heavily on the Mercy that they completely pulled away from this one, and it looks like they will lose out the point. Soldier 76 trying to mad dash away from this Tarkat. Has got his ultimate, but not going to be able to use it. And that was pretty quick. It wasn't quite as quick as Esuba did it, but it might be enough.
And they had a minute extra time anyways.
Exactly. They do have that extra minute. Now 3 minutes to push on site with ultis available for the Mercy.
It just needs his Graviton Surge too. And Kiki, he used his Dragon Blade in that last fight to actually secure it for them. Genowan's using his whole hog to push them back, push them off the point. They're starting to finally get some progress on it, looking for that first checkpoint. They're going to get it. The hook comes in on the Mercy, and the Mercy gets the res off, but she's going to go down.
Well, did the job, did just about what she could, gets pinned out there. Earth Shatter forces the hog out of the fight, but Watted's still doing damage around the side there. This Lucio trying his best, but there's the Graviton Surge we were talking about. A neutral bomb stacked up on top of it. All beautifully, beautifully executed, and that will be a very quick time this time around from the coin flippers.
Okay, so my question is, could we see something like Counter-Strike, where we have like, yeah, we're in a 32-32 for both teams?
2 minutes constantly.
It resets to 2 minutes whenever you finish under 2 minutes.
But I mean, outside of coin flippers, Esuba didn't do it within 2 minutes. They were outside of 2 minutes.
Let's just assume they can for once.
I mean,
could we see like 30
it's like
30
tennis,
versus 30?
The tennis yesterday, I know I saw Tsonga went to 18-17 or something like that. 19-17 it closed out after doing 4 sets.
That'd be insane if that could happen. That'd be actually really cool to see. But yeah, so now we'll have Esuba on the attack and coin flippers on the defense. So 2 minutes, like you said, is the time they have to hold on to.
Bastion.
Bastion's not bad. The fact they don't have a solid frontline tank is Zarya isn't really a formidable force when it comes to like walking in. They're like, oh, it's a Zarya. Okay, we'll just not hit her and walk past her, and she won't do any damage. I feel like a Reinhardt would be more imposing in this choke point, which forced them to sit back and actually attack the shield before just walking through. So what I would imagine is going to get overrun extremely quickly if they're not careful, especially with the Query in the air, with Dapsa off Genji.
Okay.
I like Bastion, but I don't like the way they're using him at the moment.
Yeah, he's trying to decide on a point. I think if he was setting up on the side there, he would have needed Mei in there, but now he's going to set up in the corner where Mei is. Kind of works for them. We'll see how well it goes, but they're going to have to stop them flanking around to the right-hand side. If I can spin around, let's have a quick glimpse at where the setup position. Where has he gone with it? Where did he go? There you are. Okay, he's come back to his original position.
But he could be rushed to the room.
He's still not decided.
It's not a good position. They can
because
walk
he's
into the room
out the
without
right
being seen.
side. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see how it works. We do have even Kiki on the Reaper behind them, which isn't going to offer them too much, and I'm kind of surprised they didn't take a second to see where this Bastion was, who's being healed up, and was actually almost dead before. He's going to heal himself too, and this is going to buy actually a lot of time. Esuba, they maybe should have taken a couple seconds there and actually looked at what they're up against before they rushed in. Because they rushed last time, remember? And they actually took the point extremely quickly from it.
But the thing is, they only have 2 minutes, so they've got to rush. They've really got to go as quick as possible. But of course, it could be down to they only both capture the first point. It could be down to that.
Yep. And then we keep going.
And then we just keep going. Tark's still sticking around the side there, so they didn't hunt him down. They didn't decide to try and find him. Now, this is dangerous because he could deal with that Bastion pretty quickly. A quick Hex Rocket in the backside. He missed it. He missed the big right click, and that's deadly. Now he's going to have to try and get away, but it might be enough to distract them.
Where's the rest of the team, though? That's the question. And Wadded, these are some free kills for him. Actually, he'll die to Query. But Query did lose his Mercy, and there's the revive coming through. This time it's going to be defensive out of coin flippers to maintain this hold. And now with only 49 seconds left to go, Esuba, they need to just make a decision.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his ulti available, hasn't he, Watted? Watted was very accurate on the Tracer in the previous round, so now, as soon as they come in, they're coming straight into a big ulti from Bastion.
Winston, Zarya, I would like to see out of them. Winston to jump on the Bastion, put the shield down. Zarya to shield up the Winston so he doesn't die. Then the Genji comes in and assassinates. That's something I would like to see.
They've got to move. They're 20 seconds. Okay, here we go. Final attack coming through. He's going to catch out the one. There's the ulti. No, he didn't get the ulti off just in time. He got picked off. Is that going to be enough? But no. Here's going to be the Death Blossom. Tries to get around the side there. It's just going to keep them away from the site. But this may actually have just worked out on the attack. That was tragic. Tragic from Watted. Done such a fantastic job throughout it. That ulti coming out from the May is not going to be enough to keep them away from site. Tried to just lock them out of the site in the last few seconds, but overtime is going to be used, which we don't often see a great deal of lately, and he do manage to cap out that front point. Okay, that was just about as long as they could do it.
Yeah. Okay, so now Coin Flipper is going to be on the attack.
Man, that Bastion. He's just had to press Q just a split second earlier.
Yeah, and not to mention you get a lot of extra HP when you hit your ultimate.
That's what I mean. He would have just instantly boofed himself back up. Okay. Posh English, boofed.
Gosh. All right, so Coin Flippers, what attack are they going with here? We saw Genuan sitting on the Winston. I think they realized, yeah, we have 2 minutes and 42 seconds. We've got more time than Esuba had. Maybe it's taking a little bit slower with that Junkrat Zarya or the Roadhog Zarya combo. And if they do have something, cheesy like a Bastion, well, they can pull it through. They can just pull them in. Outside, you gotta wait, man. We're not into your game yet. That's the game we're going up to next.
It's the next match.
Actually, no, it's not even that one. No. I don't know. Is he subbing in for another game of blue? Because he actually might be. Anyways, so if they're looking for this combo, they just need to hit a hook and pick up a kill. I don't necessarily agree with the Watted and Kiki combo of the Tracer and Genji, because it's just really squishy. You try to push in, I think someone like a Soldier provides you, a lot of healing, a lot of utility, and not to mention just spam damage if you need it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're sticking with what worked last time, basically, but the adoption here, as you're talking about with the Tracer, the adoption is the fact that Davsa is this time using Torbjorn, and it might be enough.
He's on B-Fly, that's why. Sorry. Yeah, another game of Blue versus B-Fly is the game we're going to next. But yeah, the Torbjorn, it's in a weird position.
Yeah, he had it over the side, and he wasn't happy, and they just adjusted.
I mean, for what he's put the turret here, it means, yeah, we want to contest on the point. We don't want to fight you before you get here, which is really dangerous to do because you lose such valuable choke points to work with.
Well, let's see what Watted can do this time. Not a lot. He took a hell of a lot of beating, and he got picked off as soon as he came in the doorway. That's not great, so that's going to put them on a 5-on-6. We're going to have Kiki trying to sweep around the side and distract, but the second he gets around the side here, he's going to realize that Torbjorn 2
That was Davsa. No, that was Davsa who shot a bullet right at him, and he reflected it right into the head of the Soldier. And now Kiki, he's going to have ult relatively soon. He takes on PKR. This is a huge win for them.
And Watted, of course, got took down really early on. He's got back onto point. He's got himself the Lucio with him as well. Takes down Weaver, and that's going to be the Gorilla going down. Is it going to be enough for Winston? No. Primal Rage pops out. He will manage to force him off point, but he didn't contest it enough. Now he's got Neutron Bomb available, but it's not going to be enough to take down that big, angry ape, and he will get swatted down.
Okay, so a minute 50 left to go. They didn't make any progress on that first point, even though they did have people on it. Kiki, though, Dragon Blade available soon. Johnny, that's an easy kill for you. Oh, if the Mercy gets a little bit too far pushed out, that's going to be easy pickings.
They're zoning him out nicely here. Look, they're keeping him away from the point. This is working out well. Torbjorn turret just around the side there. The Hog's just going to be used to blow them all backwards while the rest of the team around the side there deal and capture the point. This is a nice, easy capture for them. Unless the Molten Core can keep them at bay. Tries to throw the turret in there. Doesn't quite work out that way.
Yeah, that's unfortunately. Dragon Blade is up, though, for Kiki. And they're going to be able to push through here. So another question comes on the defending side of Esuba. Will they have enough defensive ultimates? They need PKR cannot afford to die. If he dies, they might as well just throw away the game at this rate.
Well, this is the big push. Dragon Blade could be so huge. And don't forget, Pertu's got that ulti available for the Mercy as well to get the Resurrect. Just needs to stick around the side. Here we go. Dragon Blade being used out, trying to get that Winston down. A lot of hit points. Not really landing the shots. Does manage to finally cut him down. Gets the Zarya off as well. Misses the Reaper, actually. Goes into Wraith form, keeps him off. But the site is being contested while this is all happening. Lucio going to use that sound barrier to keep them away. Just hopping, skipping, jumping. He's got the speed boost on. He's just trying to keep himself away. Will finally get dropped off. There's the counter onto sound barrier. The Graviton Surge pulls in. They're just going to block them out there. The May trying to keep them off site. I don't think it's quite enough. They haven't really captured the points out, and there's only 27 seconds remaining. They had to make this attack work, and it looks like it's backfired.
But Pertu's still there. He's got the actually he just used the revive, so I think they might continue this attack. The problem is the May is going to be so difficult to deal with. Kiki is eventually going to back away. They have 10 seconds left to go, so they will be going into an overtime. All they do is just get someone on the point, and with Tarka using his ultimate just there, they're going to be down a crucial ultimate that can actually hold the point. So here's the final push, 5 seconds to go. Someone needs to get on the point, and he will be able to make it here. So now it's contested, and it comes into this last final attack. The hook comes in, but not the kill.
So close. But May just gets himself that little shield off, does get frozen up, has to pull off the point there. Everybody's got to keep popping in and out. This overtime can only last so long, and that looks like Perto switched away from the Mercy, switched onto the Tracer, but they've got to keep that overtime ticking, and this is really not one of those maps that's going to work out too well for them. Let's get back onto the point. Anyone on there? No, that is it. So, Jason.
These can last a really long time, because I can see you keep getting invites, because that's the next game.
So